Hello and welcome back to Lord Winklebottom Investigates. When we last left off, well, maybe this could help Constance.
I don't think this is... Perhaps we could discuss your family. Do you know much about how your parents met or where they were married?
Not a great deal, I'm afraid. I know they met on one of my...
What about their wedding?
I can't...
Oh.
Thank you, miss. Farewell, Miss...
We could always ask the person who was here, or was there.
Perhaps you remember this.
My dear Aristotle, how could I forget? We were wed in New York. How I missed him.
And when you laid this?
Perhaps you remember this?
Sweet Constance, how could I forget? Born in Paris, such happy days.
I do believe we now have the information we need to crack the code.
Possibly.
Well then, madam, thank you for your time.
Not much time now. I remember her. Who else should I remember?
Also notice the family crypt is the Gilfrey crypt. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But we remember a map, don't we? So, they met in Africa, married in South America, something like that, got engaged in South America, married in North America, and birthed in Europe.
By Jove, I think we've done it. Well, well, what do we have here?
Maybe now we'll find out what was going to happen here.
Well then, let's see what we have here.
I say, that skull is a bit strange. Never seen anything quite like it. Close to a primate skull, but not any species I know.
There are papers in here too. This must be what Price was looking for. Let's take a look.
Well, what have you found?
I'm afraid that a lot of the technical mumbo-jumbo is rather beyond me, but it would appear that this skull is the key to it all. He discovered it on one of his expeditions and has done a lot of work analysing it.
And he was planning to announce this discovery to the world.
Apparently so, but I'm not clear on why he thought it so important. I think he wanted help with the announcement, or guidance maybe. Hence inviting religious and spiritual representatives, a journalist, a popular entertainer, all people who could help him get a message out.
And we're rather popular public figures too, of course. But look, Winklebottom, I'm sure this is all very interesting, but it doesn't help us with the question of who bumped off the poor chap.
You're quite right, as always, Frumple. I think perhaps we need to talk to all the suspects at once and solve this crime once and for all.
You don't mean...
Yes, Frumple, let's gather the suspects together in the drawing room.
Oh, I do enjoy this part.
Oh my. Hi.
As you all know, my good friend Admiral Gilfrey died last night. After investigating his death, myself and Dr. Frumple have determined that it was no accident. Somebody wanted Gilfrey silenced, and they wanted it so badly that they'd resorted to murder.
And what's more, that person is in the room with us right now.
Yes, I think that was rather implied, Frumple. Now, all of you were invited here by Gilfrey, and several of you had ideas why that was so. All of you were wrong. Now, to recap. Yesterday, guests started arriving here. At some point, we don't know when, somebody dumped a large quantity of salt into Gilfrey's water supply, an action that ultimately led to his death.
Rotten way to go.
Now, as well as killing Gilfrey, it seems the criminal was also looking for something. They were searching the attic when they were disturbed by Ambrose, the butler. They ran and locked him in order to escape without anybody sounding the alarm. They escaped the house, briefly dropping the key to the cellar, which they'd also locked to hide their crime. Something must have gone wrong though, as we know that nobody is missing, so they presumably returned here after failing to escape the island.
Well, go on then. Who was it?
Well, Frumple, that's the interesting question. I'm afraid that right now I don't know the answer. But let us examine the facts and discuss the subjects one at a time. Reverend Peabody, We know that you went up to the attic at one point, and we also know what you have been looking for up there. You have a secret, and you were terrified Gilfrey would reveal it.
But you can't mean... I didn't.
No, I think not. So what about Beryl? You've worked for Gilfrey for years, but felt hurt that he didn't reciprocate the feelings you had for him. Perhaps you finally snapped and decided that if you couldn't have him, nobody could.
Oh! Oh, my lord! I never...
No? Well then, let's turn to Sir Winslet. You believe that Gilfrey didn't approve of you. In point of fact, you were wrong about that, and the reason you're here is that he valued you as a journalist and wanted you to help with his announcement.
Oh, I see.
Plus, of course, there's the matter of the inheritance. You are not a rich cat, but Constance is now a very wealthy lady. With a supposed impediment to your union out of the way, your money woes are over.
Now, come on, old thing, be serious.
Very well, let's move on. To Dame Celia. With the narcissism typical of members of the acting profession, you actually believe that Gilfrey invited everybody here to reveal your closely guarded secret. Is this enough of a reason for you to kill?
Will you stop going on about my bill, young man? There's nothing in it.
Stupid bat left the trumpet in the other room.
Well, no matter. We still have other suspects, such as Madame Lavinia.
Oh. No, you can't suspect me.
And why not? You believe, incorrectly as it turns out, that you are a fraud. Gilfrey, a rational chap, might want to expose this to the world. Maybe fearing this, you took matters into your own hooves.
But
I'm not finished yet. We still have Miss Price to consider.
Of course, you'd forget about me until the end.
You worked with Gilfrey, helped him with his research. Maybe you feared he would take all the credit for your work. After all, he took your notes and papers. Perhaps a lifetime of being underappreciated boiled over and you did away with him.
Perhaps. Is that what you really think, Mr. Winklebottom?
No, probably not. However, that is just about everybody, except for Mr. Spode here. I suppose there could be something we don't know about Gilfrey's legal matters that could give you a motive.
Could be, old boy, but there isn't.
No, Spode has been Gilfrey's solicitor for years. Hard to imagine him suddenly developing a sudden desire to murder him.
So what now? Who did it?
Who's the killer? I'll tell you. Right now, the killer. The killer is...
Yes?
I don't know. Blast, I was rather hoping they might be gracious enough to expose themselves at this point.
Oh, bugger. So what now? More questioning?
Well,
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
Culver, glad to see you back in the land of the living. What is it?
Well, sir, I was just wondering why you keep referring to this fellow as Spode.
Because that's who he is, Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle Solicitors.
No, he isn't. Look, sir, I spend a lot of time in court giving evidence and what have you. I know Spode, both of them in fact, and this chap isn't him.
Oh.
Damn your eyes. Price, follow me, now.
Good night, everyone.
Damn it, the lights are out. Somebody, stop them.
Gods and monsters.
Quickly, Frumple, hurry, we mustn't lose track of them.
Easy for you to say with those whacking great stilts you call legs. Now where have the buggers got to?
This way, they're heading off in the direction of the forest.
Ah, place we haven't been to yet.
Now where do we go?
I'm sure they came in here. We can't be far behind them, but which way did they go? There must be some clue.
Deeper, deeper, deeper. Backtrack. Deeper. Aha. Just follow the dust clouds.
Finally, a way through this wretched forest. Crumple, look. What's that coming through the mist?
I say, I don't much care for that thing. What on earth is it?
My God, Frumple, it's an abomination.
He's making a run for it.
After him, he may lead us to Price and our imposter, Spode. Ugh, I'm all covered in dried twigs and leaves from the forest. No sign of that creature, or Price or Spode, but they must surely have come this way.
They must be inside this lighthouse. We've got them trapped.
Well, I suppose trapped is kind of good.
The doors are locked tight with a padlock.
We'll have to get it open somehow. We have to find them.
This is locked tight, I can't get it off.
Remember how the limehouse lizards cracked open that safe containing the Duchess's pearls? We could do the same. Blast the blasted thing off.
Problem is, I don't have anything to blast it open with.
Here, I still have some of that gunpowder we took from the caves. Thought I'd grab some extra just in case. You can have the rest of the contents of my pockets too, in case it's of any use.
Oh, thank you.
The papers we discovered in Gilfrey's safe. A rather mysterious skull from a species unknown to us. Dry sticks and leaves. An envelope containing a small quantity of gunpowder.
Well, let's see here. The blasted thing.
Right, I'm going to pour this gunpowder into the padlock.
I can use this to make a fuse.
I'll place some of the thread from this sewing kit into the lock and run it a safe distance.
Of course, we need a thing to help with that.
Okay, I've soaked the fuse in the last dregs of oil from this lantern. Now it should light.
Rub two sticks together.
Okay, hopefully I can use these twigs to generate a bit of a spark. Aha!
It's going. Stand back, old thing. Hooves over the old lugs, what?
Almost there now.
This is it. This is...
Maybe we should have just started with this.
That's it! The padlock is off. Finally I can open this hatch.
We can also try the door.
It's locked. Damn it.
Sneaky buggers. Let's find another way in.
Okay.
My God, Frumple, what is this place? Just what has been happening here?
Ooh. Hi.
I say, Winklebottom, who's this unfortunate figure?
Quickly, Frumple, we should get this gag out of his mouth. Right, old boy, soon have this out.
Oh, thank you, sirs. I rather feared my number was up. What on earth is going on here?
That was rather going to be my question. May I ask with whom I have the pleasure of conversing?
Oh, how rude of me. My apologies. I am Ulysses Spode, of Spode and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
I say, you're the fellow that Toad chap was impersonating. Not that he tricked me for a second, you understand.
He tied me up, just as I arrived at the island. Asked all sorts of questions about me and my client, Mr. Gilfrey. You know the Admiral?
Yes, indeed, and I'm afraid I have some rather sad news in that regard. However, right now we must urgently search his laboratory. We're really in an awful hurry.
Oh, be careful. There's something ghastly going on in here. Have you seen that thing? That creature, all hairless and pallid? Oh, Never in all my days have I set eyes on such a thing.
We'll be careful, and we'll be back to set you free as soon as possible.
Oh, don't mind me, old thing. I'll just wait here until you're ready.
Okay.
What on earth are these things?
They're abhorrent, blasphemous creatures. Ugly blighters too.
I wonder, could these be related to that strange skull Gilfrey found?
Their noggins would seem to be about the right shape, though these poor chaps don't look like the healthiest specimens of whatever species they are.
That creature outside, though. Are these previous attempts to create that thing? Is that even possible?
Dashed if I know. I can help chaps keep hold of life, but creating it from nothing? Fellows that did that would be a damn sight cleverer than me, that's for sure.
Well, this doesn't help us with our immediate concern in any case.
Yes.
Good grief, what macabre experiments have occurred down here?
This equipment looks like it can deliver a heck of a shock to the system. Might be useful to kickstart a chap's ticker.
Or start one up from scratch, perhaps?
Maybe.
I say, a chap could probably hide in here if he or she wanted to.
The same thought had crossed my mind, old thing. Okay, ready? Aha!
Oh well, better look next time, eh?
Various chemicals and concoctions, a cure for what ails ya?
Wouldn't go sipping those willy-nilly. Some nasty stuff there.
Uh-oh.
A book about something called DNA. Mean anything to you, Frumple?
Looks like biology, but nothing I was ever taught. If I don't know about it, it's likely just bunkum and balderdash.
Well, I guess we can check the door.
Blast, it's locked. Spode and Price could be through here.
Bloody locked doors. As soon as we get back to London, I'm getting one of those skeleton keys that Charlie Weasel used for breaking into all those nightclubs.
What on earth? Why has the light gone out?
Uh-oh.
Ow! I say, what was that?
Ouch! Something bloody well stabbed me.
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen.
Price, what's going on here? And where is Spode?
Oh, Mr. Winklebottom. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Why did you have to start poking your noses into things that don't concern you? I just wanted to be left alone with my work, but you wouldn't let me, would you? The same as Gilfrey wouldn't let me.
I don't understand. Are you saying you killed Gilfrey?
I didn't, as it happens. But does it matter, really? He had to be stopped. He was going to tell the world about my discovery. Stop my experiments.
That creature?
It is not a creature. It is a human.
I say, a what?
Huh?
A human. Homo sapiens, if you want its scientific name. Oh, you'd find them fascinating, Doctor. Before the world as we know it existed, they ruled the earth, you know, built great cities and fought terrible wars. They were like gods.
Sounds like you want to take their place. You're playing God.
I have recreated them. Just a tiny trace of biological matter on that skull was all I needed. From just that, I was able to create cells, and from cells, a whole body.
Took you a few goes, though, by the looks of it.
Nobody's perfect, Mr. Frumple. The mistakes were unfortunate, but an essential step in my work. And the final result, well, he is perfect.
I'm starting to see why Gilfrey wanted to stop you. It was you he was trying to get rid of, wasn't it? He wanted you off the island and your work stopped.
He didn't understand. Wanted to just tell the world about everything. They would have taken my creation from me. Lucky for me that others wanted the secret kept too.
The imposter, Spode.
He's their representative. He's just here to help get me and my work away from this place. His organisation is most insistent that this discovery is kept secret from the general public. They, at least, appreciate me.
It was him, wasn't it? He poisoned Gilfrey to keep him quiet.
No, sorry. That's enough. I've just been keeping you talking long enough for the poison to kick in. It should be well into your system by now. Can you feel it?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit peaky, old thing.
Me too, Frumple.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But you would have stopped me, wouldn't you? I have to get off the island with my work like we planned before the wretched storm ruined everything.
Wait, stop. Let's discuss this like civilized animals. It's not too late.
Sorry, Mr. Winklebottom. The boat should be here by now, and you've most kindly found the papers Gilfrey took from me. We've been searching high and low for these. And you've brought the skull, too, I see. I'll have those.
Wait, No.
Uh-oh.
Frumple. Frumple, snap out of it.
I don't feel so good, old thing.
Quickly, we need to find an antidote. I need you, Dr. Frumple.
Now, this is making things a little difficult.
Ah, doctor, I need a doctor. Come on, old boy, you have to help. There are lots and lots and lots and oh, I'm repeating myself. The point is, there must be something we can do with all these chemicals.
Give me a moment, I need to think in my head. Ah, I know.
Well?
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The colour of the leaves on the trees, everything was so happy then.
I'm not sure this is helpful.
It just popped into my head when I was thinking about how to make an antidote.
Okay.
Chin chin, old boy, and down the hatch. Ugh. Oh, hello, it's Dr. Frumple. Hello, Doctor.
Hello.
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 That's Dr. Frumple. I say, just who am I talking to when I say things like this?
That's a good question.
Come on, Frumple, concentrate.
Met a chap one day who'd made the most delicious honey. I got it all over my face and clothes. When Nanny washed it off, it left the bathwater such a lovely colour, like liquid sunlight.
Oh.
Well, here's mud in your eye, old boy. Blah. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I need to talk to Froctor Dumple.
Oh, wait a minute. Sunlight.
Okay, bottoms up. Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I need to... Come on, old boy, what do we need to do?
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The colour of the...
So. Green?
Chin chin, old... Ugh. Come on, from...
Met a chap one day who'd made the most delicious...
Honey and sunlight.
I hope this tastes better than it looks. No, it was worse.
That was a pee bottle.
I really hope some part of you knows what you're doing here, old thing.
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get dark. I stumbled and fell into a ditch. The brambles cut my arms and legs something wicked. The blood stained my lovely white shirt a terrible colour.
Oh, well. That's easy
I say,
enough.
I'm not sure I like the colour of this one. Oh well. Well, that was awful. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I need to talk to Froctor Dumple. Come on, old boy, what do we need to do?
Well, I remember my school holiday.
Okay. Green?
Chin chin, old... Ugh.
Yellow?
I hope this tastes better. No. I really hope some part...
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get...
Well, here's mud in your eye. Blah.
Okay.
Is there any more, my friend?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names. I spent the last day just laying down, looking up at the clear summer sky, hoping the day would never end. Still remember the color even now.
Okay, bottoms up. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my head. My word, those chemicals tasted absolutely foul.
They did the job though, eh?
Indeed they did. Well done, my scholarly sidekick.
We'd better get a move on though. Catch up with the rogues before they scarper.
Yes, come on, let's head back outside and see what's happening. Spode.
Well, no. But I'm sure you know that by now. I thought I'd got away with that, you know. Would have too, if not for you meddling mammals. Just needed to play for a bit of time for our boat to arrive and get myself, Price, and her creation away from here.
You did it, didn't you? You killed Gilfrey.
The old fool was going to go public about what he'd found. We couldn't allow that.
Why not? What harm would it do?
Harm? My dear Winklebottom, it would be catastrophic. So much of what we think of as our society comes from them, you know. The humans. We cannot allow their existence to become public knowledge.
And so, just for that, you killed him?
No choice. We needed to tie up all the loose ends. Keep him from talking and get Price, her creature, and the research off the island.
Only
I
you
see.
couldn't, could you? You didn't know about the safe, so couldn't find his papers. And then, having wasted time looking for them, the storm stopped you getting away.
Inconvenient, that was. Fortunately, we ran into Spode, and as nobody else knew him, that gave me a convenient cover to carry on looking for the research. A solicitor looking through papers. Nobody would give a second thought.
But why not just talk to Gilfrey, explain things to him? You didn't need to kill him.
Too big a risk. Whatever else the humans were, they made sure everybody knew their place in the world. Kept order. We need that. Our society has been shaped, molded into a replica of theirs to keep our own instincts at bay. Imagine if that got out. It would be chaos.
Well, you've buggered it up now, haven't you? We all know, and we're not going to keep quiet about it.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, Dr. Frumple, you and the others are never leaving this island. I'm sorry, but that's how it's got to be. This whole thing goes far deeper than you know. And I'm afraid the two of you are just some more loose ends that I need to deal with.
You absolute bounder.
No! Get off us, you fool! You'll have us all over the edge!
Frumple!
tea.
No!
Oh my. Epilogue, loose ends. Yeah, we're completing it this time, so we're going for extra endings. Oh,
Well then, Culver, can I offer you a cup of tea before you go?
Most kind, sir. Most kind. I say, lovely service, wasn't it? Dr. Frumple would have enjoyed it, I think.
Indeed so, indeed so. Reverend Peabody gave a most moving sermon.
All a bit quick to my mind. But I suppose they know what they're doing.
Indeed, the impetuousness of youth, I suppose. Winslet and Constance looked very happy in any case, and Miss Clutterbuck was overjoyed that she caught the bouquet.
Shame old Frumple couldn't be there. Have you seen him today?
Not yet, they say he should be out of hospital in a day or so. I think his demands for tea are starting to test the patience of the nurses, truth be told.
And he still has no idea how he managed to get back onto the beach after his fall?
None at all, I suspect we'll never know.
that makes sense.
Well, anyway, how goes the case? Still no sign of the fellow who was impersonating Spode?
Not a trace of him, nor this creature you claim to have seen. He almost certainly died in the fall.
And Miss Price?
Oh, she's being most helpful. Got a full confession. Honestly, I think she was just happy that somebody was paying attention to her for once. She'll be charged as an accessory to Gilfrey's murder.
Well then, I suppose that just about wraps everything up.
Well, there is just one thing. Price had these notes on her, and this weird-looking skull. The boys of the yard don't know what to do with them, so I rather thought you might want to keep them.
Oh, Inspector Culver, I most assuredly do.
Do you think you'll go public with all this? Tell people what you know?
That will require some thought. Spode believed our whole society would collapse if people knew the truth, but, you know, I rather suspect we'll continue to muddle on just fine.
Well, let me know if you do decide to tell the world. I rather think I might just take a holiday that week.
Most wise, Inspector. Well now, how about that cup of tea?
Oh, yes. Very kind.
And this time I'll be sure to put the tea in first, just the way Frumple likes it.
That was Lord Winklebottom Investigates. Art design developed Catherine Sutherland. Yeah, so this is done by essentially one woman and her husband voice the two main characters, and yeah, Sutherland apparently had been working on a lot of games before this, and yeah, this is just kind of her latest whole thing. Oh.
Well, old thing, how are you feeling now?
Well, not too bad, all things considered. They say I must have cracked me cranium on some rocks when I fell into the water. Doctor says nothing important was damaged, though.
Oh, just your head, then?
Anyway, have the papers picked up on the case? What are they saying about me?
Well, I shouldn't worry yourself about that right now. My immediate concern is what to do about the research we found regarding these humans. Spode, or whoever he really was, seemed to think society would collapse if people found out about them.
I mean, it's a bit of a shock that these fellows ran the place before us, but look, if they were such clever clogs, what happened to them? Can't be that smart if they wiped themselves out.
Gilfrey's research doesn't say. Whatever happened to them, it didn't leave a lot of evidence, just traces really, underground or in deep caves. I suppose somebody must have found books or documents and set about moulding our society along the lines of theirs. It must have taken centuries, though.
Some kind of secret society shaping the world? Sounds like utter bunkum to me. Anyway, what are we going to do about it? We have to tell people, don't we?
You know, Frumple, I'd rather think we do. We can't keep this secret. If people know the truth, then we can decide for ourselves. There's no reason to follow the path trodden by these long-dead humans. It's our world now, and I believe we have a duty to find our own way in it.
Plus, I'm bound to get a mention in the newspaper if we do.
Indeed so, Frumple. Well, I'm going to go and make a few arrangements, and then, once you're fighting fit again, we shall have a big announcement to make.
Mr. Dumple to make a big announcement. Various languages, I see. Yeah. Not a very long game, but I am gonna say a very fun game. Bureau of Animal Control.
This won't do at all.
Uh-oh.
Send out the word. I want Lord Winklebottom, dead or alive.
Sequel baiting? Yep. Sarah Winslet, so yeah, various names in the game. Well, that was definitely a fun little game. A lot more lighthearted than our last one. Our next one is not lighthearted. Not lighthearted at all. Sorry.
I say, Chabs, any chance you could let me out now? Getting a bit peckish here now.
Hello? Uh-oh.
Chaps? Chaps?
Well then. But when we come back, something a little different. Have a good one, folks.